Oh, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio, this Matchday show. Sean, myself, Oxford on the show with the team. It's GB. How are we doing, GB?
Very well, mate. How are you getting on?
Good, mate. Looking forward to this. Hopefully another 3 points in the bag. We move on towards 56. So give everybody the team, brother.
Here is the team today. So in goal, we've got McLaughlin, Tavernier, Golson, Balogun, Bassey, Kamara, Lundstrom, Aribo, Hadji, Roof and Morelos. Our substitutions is McGregor, Davis, Patterson, Vicuña, Wright, Fashion and Barisic.
Okay, I think Alex Wishaw was pretty close. I don't know if he went for McLaughlin, I can't remember, but I think he did the Bassey in the team and he went with Lundstrom. And I think he was pretty much there, mate, from memory. But aye, talking point, Stephen Davis no coming back in, Bonner no getting back in, and of course Hadji starting after a good performance on Wednesday night, mate.
Yep. I mean, Box, see for me, I'm taking the half to the manager here because Bassey's been performing every time he's been on that left side for us this season. He has performed. He's what I'll say is he's performed better than Barisic has. So he's my preferred choice so far this season at left side.
He's got attributes that Bonner's got, and Bonner's got bits that he's no got. Is that fair?
Yeah, 100%. But like a lot of fans have been obviously calling it for Bassey to be in front of Barisic because of the form. So picking players on form. So I'm glad that he has kind of went with that today. And again, like you've highlighted, Hadji, he keeps his place after his good performance in the second half the other night there. So I'm real pleased with the team, Ox. It looks strong, and well, it says presents a good challenge to Dundee today.
How are you setting that team up then with the personnel?
I think, well, we obviously have got your four at the back. Lundstrom, I think, will be the kind of sitting midfielder. Kamara, again, linking up with Aribo. And then Hadji, Roof and Morelos up front.
But how are you playing the front three with order? How are you playing them?
It'll be... I think you'll have Hadji on the left, Roof and Morelos interchanging.
Really?
Right.
I don't think we've ever played Hadji on the left, have we?
I thought because he's got his left and right footed, isn't he?
But I don't think we've ever played him on the left. I'll tell you how I would set that team up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would set that team up. As you said, back four. Yeah, Lundstrom, right, Aribo on the right, and Kamara on the left, and then Hadji just in front of them with Roof and Morelos. So your three are playing narrower. Yeah, you're not as such, and then Hadji's got a free roll to go left and right. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah,
that actually makes sense. Can remember his interview as well. Hadji was saying he likes to kind of sit in that kind of.
But when we've not got the ball, Hadji would go to the left. Yeah, and Roof would go to the right. But I think Morelos and Roof get them up through the middle, scoring goals for us. Right, we'll get these phone lines opened,
Yeah, let's get the Bears in, mate.
Yeah, okay, see what they've got to say about the team. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, so there'll be a few people just join us. Just give us a team against GB.
So we've got McLaughlin in goal. We've got Tav, Golson, Balogun, Bassey, Kamara, Lundstrom, Aribo, Hadji, Roof and Morelos. And our substitutions for the day is McGregor, Davis, Patterson, Bacuna, Wright, Fashion and Barisic.
All right. Well, Bridgeman's joined us. Afternoon, Bridge.
Well, good afternoon, gentlemen. How are we this afternoon? Everybody good?
What's your thoughts on the team, brah?
Yeah, it's, I think I heard you a wee bit earlier saying, I don't know if Andy got it right. I don't think they did. Because I had a very similar team, with the exception, I thought Patterson, if he wasn't injured, he'd still play, but Taverniers took it. But we had that. But the front three, everybody's, well, we on the show picked up, with the exception of Wright.
Excuse me. You had Wright on your team, yeah?
I'm saying that with the exception of Wright, who had in there initially, but he's been dropped. So there's not very many where I got that right.
No, I don't think so, mate. Everybody's thereabouts, mate. Thereabouts. But how are you lining it up, Bridget? You're selecting it.
Me, it would be just straight 4-3-3 for me. Hadji on the right. I put Hadji on the right, Morelos through the middle, and Roof on the left. Link it up with Morelos. Hadji, I thought anyway the other night, he played most of his best stuff coming in from the right. Mm-hmm. And I thought he did a really good job for it. I don't know what it's going to be like today because Dundee normally plays something like 3-5-2, and that kind of swamps the midfield, you know. So I don't know how they're going to cope.
That's how I would play as a sort of diamond with Hadji at the point, going wherever he likes, just so you get that extra wee body to help at times. Anyway, Jamie's joined us. How are we doing, Jamie?
Hello, Ox. How are you? Yeah.
Good, mate. Good. Your good self.
I know. I'm feeling good about the night or the day. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
It's a good team.
Mm-hmm. How are you setting it up, mate? You hear us? All right. You with us, Jamie? No. All right. GB, you there? Help.
Aye, I don't know what happened there. I heard him. I heard Jamie talking there.
Are you with us?
Back. Are we still here?
Aye. Get a wee G board. Are you there, Jamie?
I've got no idea what happened there. Sorry, I just heard myself speaking again as well, but I've not got the show on.
Right. No, I was just good to hear you. How would you line that team up, Jamie?
I do think what you're saying's sensible, but I don't know if that's the way we're going to go. What you're saying there, where is all playing narrow, then that relies on your fullbacks to try and provide the width. Yeah.
But there's no real wingers in that team, is there? No real wingers as such.
No, but we might not need that today. But we are relying upon Bassi and Tav to try and get the width, I think, if you do set up like that. But we'll see how it goes. What I'm phoning about really is that there's two main notable people that have been dropped today, Davis and McGregor, and they were like 2 out of maybe 4 or 5 Player of the Years last season. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering, you know, Gerrard, I suppose he's always wanted to change the goalkeeper, etc. But is it a case of phasing these guys out? Are we just resting them, or do we
I'll have a Twix or a Mars bar, whatever one you prefer, will you? And I'll bet you the two of them are playing on Thursday.
Aye.
What do you think, GB?
The McGregor one, I think he'll again just get an extra rest. Davis has been playing non-stop for us, so I can kind of understand. I mean, it's Dundee, it's opposition today. They've been kind of the whipping boys. I'm not saying we should be taking them lightly, but it's probably a decent enough game to give Davis another rest on. Plus, I think Lundstrom, we've been crying out for him to keep getting the games so that he keeps building confidence. So for me, it's probably the right call, mate. But I can understand why folk would think with the two of them getting left out that might be days are numbered or something like that. But I certainly think it's just a good opportunity that Gerrard's seen that they can rest two good players.
I don't know if we'll be seeing them this time next year. That's another conversation, Jamie. But I think the two of them will start on Thursday. But how are you feeling about the day then? Confident?
Aye, hopefully. If we can win. I actually don't care how we play. I just want to get the 3 points now, you know, because we've not been playing great. But I think it's a vote of confidence for Lundstrom. I did think he played well midweek, and I actually think he needs to be the sitting midfielder rather than the right side. I don't think he's that type of player. We all thought, I thought when he came in that he might be that Ryan Jack or that box to box midfielder. For me, he's not that. He needs to be sitting, and that's where Davis has been playing. So for me, it's one or the other.
He was more forward thinking when he was with Sheffield United, but we'll see. Bridgeman, you've quite fancied him for day one, haven't you? I don't mean literally, but you know what I mean.
I quite like him. I think he's going to be a big player for us and going on. He's only had a few games. In fact, I think that was the other night. It was maybe his first 90 minutes. So I think he played really, really well for us. I had him my man of the match, and I hope he does get another man of the match performance of him today. I think he's obviously the way it's been lined up. It looks like he's going to take the role that Stephen Davis has played. That might suit him fine. I don't know, because I think he actually liked to go forward a bit, and at times the other night there he was actually moving forward very well, pulling the ball, bringing people in. Great stuff. I just hope we can do that today. But as I said, that midfield is going to be, if they do play the 3-5-2 at Dundee, then we should be able to rip right through them. But if they get a bit sturdy in the middle, we're going to be in trouble. We need to get people in there, take the ball, and go with it.
Yeah. A message for Travel Rock if you're listening. We're just going to have a round of applause. A minute's round of applause to mark James Tavernier's 300th game with the club.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
There's only one man in I can bring in to say a couple of words in James's behalf. Mr. Fox's agent. Mr. Fox, briefly.
Well deserved round of applause there for an absolutely excellent captain and stalwart of the team.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. I'll be back and sit in the corner, get on with the technicals. He knows his place, GB, doesn't he?
And does that, mate? As and when. As and when. But see, on the Lundstram thing, I think it's actually smart because I think Glenn Kamara has got more to his game going forward that we have not really tapped into too much. I think him running forward sometimes in previous seasons, like you're just saying for him to shoot and get better at his shooting because he can definitely weave in and out of players and stuff like that. So I much prefer the setup that if Lundstram has got to be that kind of sitting one, it's Kamara that's allowed to kind of push forward and be the kind of creative player for us. Because he's got the tools, I think, to do it.
I think that's a fair comment, Jamie. Glenn Kamara, maybe half a dozen goals a season. Maybe we need that and a few more assists. He plays great. I like him. He's a big asset to the team, but I think it would be fair to say you maybe want more assists and more goals over a season, yeah?
Yeah, so I think I read somewhere or I heard that Glenn Kamara used to be a striker in his younger days, so I'm not quite sure why he's not pulling the trigger when he's in and around.
Things move on. Fox used to be a stud. People move on, you know what I mean? Things change.
No, but I do agree there that if Lundstram is that sitter, if you've got Aribo and Kamara in front of him, these are two players that don't lose the ball very often. They can carry the ball and they can play the simple pass, but I would like them to take more risks. But
in certain games, but in certain games, Jamie,
I know. I think they've got a good relationship, Kamara and Aribo. So if they play in the midfield, I expect them to, contribute to the goals this season because you can't rely, and we've not had a standout so far amongst our front three that are going to get the goals. So we'll see. The way we play, I don't think it allows for remember Morelos maybe 2 years ago, he was our standout. I think things have changed now where it's more of a team game amongst our play. So it's important that everybody just pulls their weight and the midfield contribute towards the assists and the goals.
A few goals here and there, and they can be big goals, and especially if they're important goals, GB, then Bridge.
Mm-hmm. No, everybody, like Jamie was saying there, needs to contribute, mate. And by the way, one of the top guys for contributing last season for us was Hadji. So I'm over the moon that he's back in the team today because I think sometimes it's his creativeness that gets us ticking sometimes, to be honest. So Really chuffed that he's back in, and like I says, I think his talent will show through the day, especially against a team like Dundee.
Yep.
Bridge? Oh, GB again?
I was on mute there. Sorry, boys.
All right, okay. Bridge?
I think that all of us want to see more goals. We were just talking about this the other night. We need the midfield to do a wee bit more from a shooting perspective, or even a really clear-cut chances for the forwards. So that's what we need to do. Whether we would get that today, I'm not sure. When you keep thinking, I keep thinking about Dundee with a 3-5-2. It's probably end up going to be something like 8-2. You know, with the way the Rangers play. They'll just suck everybody back into the box. If they don't do that and they stay out, then we've got a chance to get men in there. As long as we stay up front, as long as the forwards stay up front, get a chance.
And then if you do shoot, mate, you've got your old mate, it was the top goal scorer for your team, comes in to play Ricochet.
Ricochet, aye. Ricochet.
It happens, doesn't it? It's amazing how many times.
Of course it does, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, bounces off the goal, hits the post, somebody gets a tap in, maybe gets 5 taps in a season. You know, it's part of the game. Jamie?
Becomes a top goal scorer, 5 tap-ins.
Aye, Ox, I was watching the Chelsea Man City game earlier. I stopped watching it with 15 minutes to go, so don't spoil if there's been a goal. But
that was some goal right at the death there. What a cracker it was.
Listen, 1-0 to Man City, and what was it?
No, don't ruin it for everybody else. It's taking it.
But what I'm saying is, if you do shoot, you don't always have to, hit it sweetly. It can sometimes take that deflection or whatever and just get in. So we do, as a team, need to take the shots from infield. We've got the players capable of doing it.
Is that maybe what Lundstrom's got a wee bit that Stevie Davis hasn't got, even though Stephen Davis can score spectacular overhead kicks, GB? But is maybe Lundstrom got that? Maybe that shot coming onto the ball. Unfortunately, Stephen's no got. It's about the only thing he's no got in his game.
Aye, I mean, watching Lundstrom, especially the Dunfermline game and stuff like that, the way we're kind of playing him, he's ideal for that because it can be all compact in that box, and then they just play the ball straight across for him, and he hits that shot first time. And by the way, he's got a cracking shot on him. I think it will be a good position for him, Ox. Like I says, he might have not been used to it, but I think we're trying to implement him into being that. Well, it looks like this way that he's going to be the replacement A Davis eventually, to be honest. So I think it's just like I says, it's a new role for him, and like I says, he's starting to kind of show his quality. So I'm really happy that he's in position he's in now. And then like I says, Murphy, Kamara, and Murphy Aribo.
All right, we'll hear the team and then we'll play the jingle. So let's hear the team again, guys. I think you've got the Dundee team as well, yeah?
I do, mate. I'll go with our team first. And so it's McLaughlin, Tavernier, Golson, Balogun, Bassey, Kamara, Lundstrom, Aribo, Hadji, Roof, and Morelos. And the substitutions is McGregor, Davis, Patterson, Bacuna, Wright, Fashion, and Barisic. And the Dundee team is, right, apologies for the pronunciation, I think it's Legdons, I think it is. Ashcroft, Sweeney, Fontaine, Kerr, McGee, Bryan, Anderson, Marshall, McMullen, and Griffiths, dare I say it.
Yeah, I hope it's no leggings. I hope it's let-ins to go with.
Was it let-ins? Les-ins? I don't know, mate. I went for legged-ins. That'll do.
Right, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
The betting from a well-known bookmaker. £1 for Dundee will return you 11, £1 for a draw will return you 5, and £1 for Rangers will win you the whole sum of 33 pence. GB.
Bookies are never wrong.
Hope no.
That's a mentality, isn't it? Like I says, Dundee have been the whipping boys, mate. So I really hope that we go out and give a performance today, mate. I'll be really, really disappointed if it's a kind of 1-0. I'll take it if it's a 1-0, but oh, I mean, that team that we're putting out today should be more than enough for Dundee today, mate.
6 games minus 8 they've got, so hopefully we can keep a clean sheet and drive on, Jamie. Then Bridge.
I know I'm the same. I'll take any result today, because they'll be fighting for lives. You know, they'll be raising their game. They're at home as well, so we'll see. But ultimately, I do think we should have the quality to put 2 or 3 by them.
Aye, I hope so, Jamie. I hope so. Bridge.
Aye, obviously we all want that to happen, and it's we should. Absolutely right. The word is should. We should have no problem against this team. However, we have to be a wee bit more careful than we have been after some of the visits we've had to Dens Park. Yeah, some tidy games against us, tough games. And I just say I hope that the youngsters, when they're up there today, and I heard you saying that Griffiths is playing, I hope they don't get into this verbal stuff. I really do hope it doesn't happen, because I don't want everybody to be lifted for the sake of him. Don't want that at all.
It's funny how the person that perpetrated the crimes becomes a victim in Scotland in this modern society, but that's another story.
Yeah, absolutely.
He deserves everything he gets, mate. Everything he gets, yeah? And there's an article that Chris Boyd summed it up very nicely. If you give it out, you've got to take it. But enough about him. I'm looking for 3-0 today, GB.
Mate, I would be expecting that, to be honest. I'll take a 2-0, mate. I'll go for a 2-0 today.
All right, okay, all right. We'll be joined by Andrew from Leeds. Evening, Andrew. Afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon, Knox, Bridge, Gary, Jamie. It's steady enough team, isn't it? Right enough. I think he'll play 4-3-3, to be honest with you. You're looking for a good performance, aren't we? You know, we can do that. Good. Just get a win, as Gary said. I totally agree with that. But you were a bit disappointed today we don't come out and kind of impose ourselves on them right enough. The only fear in the background is that we are slightly off it and all that. That wee rat's in the background there. I would never underestimate him. You know, that's all I'll say on that one. Right enough. Hope him rang. He had nothing at the bookies for it. Right enough. I only got 12-1 for 4-0.
Right.
So they're giving nothing for Rangers not to give them a spanking, right enough. So, but I think we will. You know, I think I'm not going to keep saying the same thing. Just go out there and see if we can get the score. You know, get a few goals, get a good performance.
It's in a weekend. We all want a performance, Andy. But if you get a result, you move on, don't you?
Yeah, that's the thing. And we keep picking up the points. That's all that matters, isn't it? Really.
You want a performance because you want to watch and see see your team playing well, but ultimately it's the result that matters, isn't it?
Definitely.
You know, GB, people just join us quickly. Give us the Rangers team.
The Rangers team today is McLaughlin, Tavernier, Golson, Balogun, Bassey, Kamara, Lundstrom, Aribo, Hadji, Roof and Morelos. And our substitutions is McGregor, Davis, Patterson, Bacuna, Wright, Fashion and Barisic.
Okay. I think it was the vast majority of the team picked itself. I think most people got most of the team right, Andy.
I thought I got it right enough, but I disagreed with Alec. Like I would have had the big sugar in right enough, but apart from that, I got it more or less right there. I think Alec believes that his distribution's better, but I think Alan McGregor's 15 points towards a season right enough. I can't get my head around that. I mean, I know that the European.
You've seen John McLaughlin's record in goals for us.
I know.
Right,
Alec was arguing the toss with me earlier. I was responding about it, right enough, but it is. But I just feel a bit better assured with, he wasn't great with his distribution first time round, Alan McGregor, but we all know what he gives to the club, don't we? I just worry that him getting older now, and I think it could be his last year as well. Like, I think he could stiffen up a lot for not playing in the team, if you get what I mean. But that might be wrong. They're fitter these days and they go a lot longer than we did it back in the day, right enough. So, but I've got no qualms of him, right enough. But I think Alex dead on him with a contribution, so he's probably got a point, right enough.
I don't doubt you're talking about. If you're talking about just kicking the ball, I think McLaughlin is better. But if that was the case, you would have Liam Kelly would play in goal for you, because that boy can kick the ball. But I think McLaughlin is slightly behind Allen in the goalkeeping stakes, and that's all it counts first and foremost. But what an April deputy, GB and Jamie.
It's if you've got a guy like McGregor sitting on your bench waiting to come on, it's not a bad backup for you. Again, I just see it, the kind of changes in the team today purely just because it's a game that we could probably take the chance in resting some players. There'll be other games that I don't think the manager would even be doing what he's doing. But like I says, we've got next week coming up as well, and the manager's said it numerous times that this is a squad. Is it squad? He says it's a squad, not a team. So we've got to give everybody their chance.
All right, I think we've been joined by Ozzy Jer. How are we doing, Ozzy?
All right, mate. How you going?
Good to hear from you as always,
All
mate.
right,
Give us your thoughts on the team.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think I'd be too worried about today. I mean, hopefully we put together a proper performance, not just a 40-minute or 30-minute performance or a half or whatever they've been doing lately.
Mm-hmm. I get that. I think you're not alone in thinking that. I don't mind if we put an hour's performance and then go down the gears when we're 4-0 up, Andy.
Yeah, that's what this is what we're asking for, aren't we? We can come out and do that, but we have to start making sure that we're performing both halves now. That's what's worrying me. We just don't seem to have that in the locker at the minute. So hopefully we can do that. I think we will today. I've got a feeling, that we're going to get a bit between our teeth, right? And hopefully we do, and then that sets us off, as we keep saying, week in, week out, right enough. But like you said, first and foremost, make sure to get 8 points, and then we move on to Thursday and see what happens there.
Yeah. No, one game at a time. Bridgeman, that's what you're always saying, isn't it?
Biggest game of the season, one game at a time. That's all we want. Go out there, do the business, get the 3 points. And then if you can manage it, go out there and absolutely leather them as well. Get 3 or 4 goals as well. Good for the goal difference. But 1-0 will do me.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's a chicken in the egg. Yes, mate.
I just ask you a question, and also the rest of the panel. Just see the day. Do you think there's added pressure because of what's happened at Motherwell? Do you think there's a must need today for us to win this game?
Yeah, no different any pressure that's on us for any other game. It's a game. We need to go out and win. The Motherwell game wasn't the last game; it was the one before. So you move on, and if you win, you're still top of the league. Doesn't matter what anybody else does. So that's the pressure you get if you're playing with Rangers. Andy, then Ozzy.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Actually, can't really add much to that. I mean, you say, really, we put in a good performance as well. That could let them know that, oh, wait a minute, we're waking up now. So yes, let's just go. Yeah, can't really add to that, Alex. I think you said it all for the before me there. To be honest with you.
Ozzy.
Yeah, I mean, we need to start playing from the start, from the kickoff. And the only pressure that's on us is the pressure from within to perform.
Mm-hmm. Your own pressure. You make your own pressure. Yeah, I agree. What's your thinking, GB?
I just think, obviously, we've done well in the Cup, and I've got no overly concerns about the game today, but it's just that obviously the league form has been a bit iffy. And I just don't want them having any doubt today what the job that they do. They need to go up there and win and win convincingly, for me, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Scott's I like Ozzy Jer's point there, that it's it's only Rangers that's going to bring added pressure on themselves if they don't perform.
You make your own pressure, Jamie, Ben Bridge.
Yeah, definitely. Look, today's a really important game. We can't drop any points. But I seriously think we've got the team today to do it by 2 or 3 goals. So that's what I'm looking for.
I'm hoping so. Bridgeman, make your own pressure.
Absolutely, Carl. The pressure surrounds us, isn't it, as Rangers? Every single team in the league wants to beat us. Every single game we play, the person wants to beat us, of course, because that's what football's about. But they've got different ulterior motives to some of them, you know. So as far as I'm concerned, we've got to I would say, live well on pressure, on the park and off the park. We've got to do it. There's absolutely no reason why we can't go up there and win. There's no reason, no logical reason anyway. And we can master every position we've got in the park, miles ahead of Dundee. Every position.
Yeah, you're right. There's no reason. If we play, there's only one winner. Ozzy?
Aye, as you say, we play, we win. That's just as simple as it can be. We play, we win.
Sounds simple, Andy, doesn't it?
It does, playing devil's advocate right enough when we were, the kind of form we were in now and previous to winning the league last year when we were like that. Yeah, if you want to sort of like put the fear factor in there right enough, we used to go to like places like Dundee and all that when we were playing bad and they were bottom of the league, and we usually go end up slipping up. So that's would be the only thing that worries me as to where we're playing, because we're playing similar to what we were doing previous to last year. So again, it comes back down to like, let's say we come out there, we shouldn't have a problem with them. We should be taking them out. I mean, it always gets my goat right enough that we even talk about teams like this. You'll get your land off over the history about the teams like that beating you, but we shouldn't even be worrying about teams like that. We shouldn't. Right, we're going there and we're taking you out. Don't bother about what you're going to do. We're up here, we're taking the 3 points and simple, but you have that wee nagging fear in it, don't you? But they're going to do it today. They're going to do it.
You can understand going to places like this when they're good sides. In the past, and at certain points in the history, there's teams in Scotland had good sides. They've had decent sides at Dundee in the past, and you've went there and you've had to battle hard to win them, and it was a tough away game, But at this moment in time, there shouldn't be a problem, GB.
No, and especially Ox. I think Dundee were the newly promoted team. Like they were the third, second team to get promoted. So
yes.
So it's not as if like they won the first division or anything like that. So it's kind of that way. They are that kind of level below us. But like I said, I just think we've got plenty on that bench today as well that can come on for us that can change it up. I'm looking forward to maybe seeing Bakuna today, because I think this would be a good game for him today.
Fair shout, mate. Fair shout. I can't disagree with that. I mean, Aribo's played a lot of football. I see him pretty similar and a type of player. What I've seen early doors is Aribo. Bridgeman.
I like GB. I would like to see GB. Sorry, I would like to see Bakuna thriving and for us and coming on playing a lot longer than he has done, because he really looked apart for us. And I have no qualms. We can get a wee sprint this morning. We're providing we win, of course. He's in the winning team. It makes a big difference too. Mm-hmm. I really like the guy. I like his cut, his jib, and I think he'll do well for us along with Lundstrom. I think they're going to be 2 big players for us. Seriously.
Right. Okay. You're going to get the team and earn that jersey, Andy, then Jamie.
Yeah, well, I think like you just said there, that the subs bench is strong if we need them, but it depends on how he times them. I don't think he uses his subs right. Can he bring the kind of quality that's on that bench if we're needing it, with 10, 12 minutes to go, because it takes you 15 to get in a game. So if we do need our subs that are sat on the bench there, they need to come on, a good 20, 25 minutes.
Did Hadji know blow that theory out the water on Wednesday night?
Aye. Well, there again, you always come back with a point that just throw me out there. I think I'm going to wear this nicely. But he did. But
usually it takes you a bit.
Usually, yeah. But it usually takes time to get in the games, doesn't it? Right enough. But well, if you put it that way, though, Hadji came on in the second half, didn't he? See, 45 minutes to go at it, didn't he? So
there's a
10 and 12, 15 minutes. You're on the games at a pace. It's hard to get into the game. Correct. Yeah.
Jamie.
I would like to see some of the subs brought on a bit earlier. Because still to get a chance, really. I don't think has he had a start? I don't think he has since he came in. But we'll see. I expect to see him on for a repo at some point today, but we'll see how the game goes.
It's always tough in theory, but we should win the game. I'm pretty confident. And James Tavern here's 300 start, GB, yeah?
Brilliant, Alex. What a landmark.
300 game, but I don't know if it's his 300 start, sorry.
I still 300 games is 300 games, mate. That's some service to the club, you mean? I'm hoping he has a nice, not a nice game, a good game today as well. And I think again it's perfect opportunities for our strikers. As long as they get the service today, I think the likes of Roof and Morelos will eat them up today, because that, I think like Jamie said, and Andy, and that we've got a far superior team up front.
I'm looking for a bit slightly better performance, Aussie Chair, for Joe Aribo. I'm a fan of Joe Aribo's, but I didn't think he was great on Wednesday evening.
No, he hasn't been too good for the last couple of games. He's been not too sure of his touch, and his passing hasn't been as crisp, and he sort of takes that extra touch when he shouldn't be as well. So yeah, I like to see him have a good game today.
Bridgeman, where were you 58 years ago today? Where were you, Bridge?
God, Oxford, imagine coming away with a question like that. 58 years ago today?
Yes,
wow.
You were getting ready to go. You were getting ready to go somewhere.
Getting ready to go somewhere.
You want a clue? Puskas, Di Stefano.
Oh yes. Yeah, Rangers versus Real Madrid.
There you go. There's a wee one doing memory round, but just threw it in for you, mate. Just threw it in for you.
Thank you very much for that.
Right.
Thank you. What a wonderful game it was.
We'll go to the manager. So get yourselves a mute, lads. We're going to hear quickly for Stevie G. Yeah, let's hear for the manager.
Stephen, what sort of challenge are you expecting here at Dens today?
Well, look, I think every away game in this league is always a challenge. I think first and foremost you've got to show steel, you've got to compete, you've got to work hard, you've got to do all the ugly bits and make sure you're organised. And then we know we're going to have a lot of the ball. We'll force them into a block, and then the onus is on us to try and find a breakthrough and then stay on it and see it through. But it's 3 important points available, so I think it's a performance that needs style and steel.
Likewise, a couple of changes to your own side, including Yanis Hadji, and great to see him in today after a great performance on Wednesday night.
Yeah, he deserves to play. I've got to be true to the team and the squad. If someone comes in and has an impact like that, they've got to stay in the team. He's had 10 days rest at home, so and Yanis is a big player for us. You know, at important times we're always going to need his quality to open teams up. I've made a couple of decisions with Thursday in mind and what's gone before and what we've got in the pipeline. Stephen Davis has played a lot of football. He's certainly not out the team on merit at the moment. So yeah, that's where the decisions have come from. I picked a team full of profile and size today, and a team that can hopefully run Dundee off the pitch, because I want us to really run hard today and try and get 3 points in style.
They get him on the show. He talks the same as us, doesn't he?
He's class, man. Do you know, Ox, do you know what I like about that wee clip there? he said style and steel in the team. That's what I like. I like us to have that style, and I like us to have that wee bit of steelness about us as well.
That was like one of Bridges' combs back in the day. It was style and steel.
Style and steel. Get in there. Don't forget to file it up.
Andy, he's a class actor, gaffer, isn't he?
Oh, yes, I like the line there, run him off the pack. You know, and that's what we've been asking for collectively on the show, aren't we? You know, so along with what Gary just said with the other two lines, yeah, he's up for it, so hopefully the players are up for it. By the way, they steel cones got me out of a couple of problems back in the day, right enough, but I'll leave it at that. I don't need one now to get in the air lately, but they were
Is
good
that
then.
when you had nits?
I remember them well, the old steel combs. As Bridge said, get it sharpened.
Oh dear. All right, just use your
I
thoughts.
don't think anybody would hear that, Andy.
Listen, I know the tricks, by the way. My dad was a good teacher.
We'll go in there. Get you just your results quickly. Jamie?
3-0 for me.
Andy?
Yeah, 3.
I'm not even asking you, Bridge. GB?
1-0 for us.
2-0 for me.
Aussie GR?
I'll go for 2-0 as well.
And Foxes went for 3-0. He's just posted he's went for two goals for James Tavernier and 1 for Alfredo Morelos. That's he's went for Fox. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating a Rangers victory. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Call you, I need you, my heart's on fire. Come to me wild and wide. Oh, you come to me. Give me everything that I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak a language of love like you know what it means. Oh, I can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it stronger. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever made. Stuck on your heart, oh, I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart, baby, I would rather be dead. In your heart, I see the start of every night and every day. In your arms, I get lost and I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever made. Stuck on your heart, oh, I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart, baby, I would rather be dead. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. You're walking away with my heart and my soul. I can feel you even when I'm alone. Oh, baby, don't let go. You're the best, better than all the rest, baby, I would rather be dead. Oh,